Hey guys, Brian here from Drinks and Discussions with something I wanted you guys to watch. In Texas, there's a city on Monday night that voted 4-3 to pass a new policy. And this policy is designed to ban the teachings of critical race theory and implements a stricter review process for library books. Now, this happened in Grapevine, Colleyville Independent School District, the GCISD. This policy also includes items that are centered around not promoting or requiring or even encouraging the use of pronouns that are aligned with the gender assigned at birth. Um, the policy says that it's just not forcing a teacher to do it. But if a person that says that they would like these pronouns that match their gender identity, or even if a parent asks them to, the teacher has the discretion on whether or not to adhere to those pronouns. I don't necessarily have a big problem with that. I'm still getting my head around some of the pronouns. I don't understand them all, but it doesn't mean you as an individual can't choose to use them. Again, when people who come to me and we talk about the trans community or the LBGTQT community, I always find it fascinating how just because they don't like something, they feel that we should actually pull the wool over everybody else's eyes and pretend it doesn't exist. Um, it's always existed. It's been, even in biblical times, it has existed. I'm not saying it's right, wrong, or indifferent. It has existed, guys, and it's never going to go away. So trying to pull the wool or trying to tell um, your trans daughter or trans son or someone that they can't believe in what they believe in, or they can't discuss it in an open forum like school, it's just nonsense to me. I just don't get it. There's a lot of conversations that I had in high school and even junior high that my parents probably didn't know that we were having among ourselves. So by banning it or saying that you can't do something is only going to empower those people who are going to, break the rules, turn a blind eye to that policy. But it also shows a lot of hatred, in my opinion, that you want to enforce your own personal beliefs onto others. And that's the argument in which I have when I discuss this type of subject. But really, why I brought this to everyone's attention is not only because it's just kind of going around the news circuits today, but there were nearly 200 people that signed up to make a public comment when they were going to vote or not vote, or vote again to pass or not pass this proposal. And man, let me tell you, to say that some of these comments were cringe is putting it very mildly. Take a look at some of this.
Keep winning, baby. Do it. Embrace simple truths. There's only two genders, and boys should go to boys' rooms, girls should go to girls' restrooms. And guess what? Teachers shouldn't be forced to use your freaking made up fantasy pronouns. Fight like hell. Hold the line against the LGBT mafia and their dang pedo fans. Keep winning. You know what? Keep the winning. They can keep the monkeypox. How's that working? In fact, keep winning so much, we'll keep coming. You know what? We're going to keep coming so hard. The only thing these woke tards got to figure out is whether it's on their face, backboard, or thighs. Woo! Get some! Thank you.
The funniest part of that whole thing, aside from what he said, which is hysterical, check out the lady at the bottom of your screen. I think she's going to be right about here.
New board members do not
Watch
care
her
about your
face when he makes that sexual innuendo. I'm going to play it again for you right here.
We're going to keep coming so hard. The only thing these woke tards got to figure out is whether it's on their face, backboard, or thighs. Woo! Get some! Thank you.
That's a priceless look, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just telling you. The eyes go big, and she's got the mask on, her eyebrows raised. That looks like a person who is witnessing a crazy person having some type of a psychotic mental breakdown. It was odd. Whew. But then there was more comments like this.
We are the only church, only country with the dream. It's not the French dream. It's not the Russian dream. Our kids have to be taught our foundation of God-given inalienable rights, religious freedoms, individualism, democracy, and a free market.
CRT, gender ideology, and explicit materials have no place in schools. Allowing kids to be exposed to these harmful things at school destroys their innocence, pollutes their minds, and feeds them harmful disinformation.
So let me get this right. This lady says that it's the dream, American dream. It's not the French dream. It's not the other dream. Just because there's a slogan that states the American dream doesn't mean other countries aren't allowed to dream. Um, or people want to go over to another country and live, that type of a lifestyle. I just don't understand what she's even trying to say. That made zero sense to me. This other lady saying how in introducing these types of curriculum or exposing them in schools is going to somehow take away the innocence of children. Now, of course, there were some there that were on the other side of that argument. And here's a few of those now.
New board members do not care about your history if you're not white. They are erasing and devaluing the lives and history of every Black and brown student in our.
When I read about the policies and I watch and attend school board meetings, I keep thinking this is not love for our family. This is hurtful to our most vulnerable children, to the ones my God called me to love. They will know us by our love for one another, not by control and fear, not by shutting down the special population advocates, not by changing voting regulations to be less democratic, not by making teachers jump through mathematically impossible hoops to bring literacy to their students, not by being afraid to use the students' preferred pronouns, not by silencing members when they ask questions about important topics.
Diluting the factual history of our nation, downplaying slavery and the oppression of civil rights that harm Indigenous and Black populations to this day diminishes the quality of our children's education.
Many of us Texans believe in gun rights. Just as simply having a gun in your home will not force your child to use it inappropriately, a book will not turn your child LGBT, but it might help them if they already are.
Now, those are some fascinating points. Very insightful perspectives that they were able to articulate better than I ever could. I think some of the points that they made were right on the money. Um, I don't think I could even say anything more than what they've already said. It was just very well put. And then there's this guy.
Start with some facts. 7% of all Americans, according to the latest Gallup poll, identify as LGBTQ. LGBTQ youth are 4 times more likely than hetero kids to attempt suicide, according to the Trevor Project. Let's do some quick math. We have about 4,000 high school kids here in GCISD. That means, statistically speaking, there are about 280 LGBTQ kids in our high schools. 45% of LGBTQ seriously consider suicide. Over 50% of transgender individuals do. Hopefully you can do the math. But if you can't, that means on average 130 LGBTQ kids in GCISD seriously consider suicide each year. Do you want that blood on your hands? Or can you simply treat them like human beings?
So this guy came with facts. Hard to argue with. When you pull out the numbers and you present that as evidence, it's hard to argue. And the most important thing that he said, and I want to make sure everybody understands that kids are impressionable, and sometimes if you exclude them, no matter what it's for, just because of their gender identity or their social or financial status in the community, it could be because of some type of physical handicap, um, or being a minority. Excluding someone, it's hard. It's really difficult, and I kind of firsthand experienced that in elementary school. I was excluded for some things, but I want everyone to know that Drinks and Discussions is a place where if you want to talk to someone, we are available. But more importantly, if you know someone or you yourself are contemplating suicide, please reach out to the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. That is a free service, 988, or you can text GO at 741-741. This is free, it's confidential, and it provides you support for anyone who's in distress, and it also provides prevention and crisis resources for you or for your loved one. Again, the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is call 988 or text GO to 741-741. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate you guys. As again, I've said before, Drinks and Discussions is continually trying to improve on the content that we provide you. These are just the beginning steps. The better I am at getting to use the software, or maybe even improving the software, the better these videos will be. I appreciate any feedback or comments. Make sure you click and subscribe. And also I wanted to remind you that Drinks and Discussions is live every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And don't forget, there's Drinks and Discussions movie reviews, there's Drinks and Discussions sports, there's Drinks and Discussions ladies night, and then there's also Drinks and Discussions true crime. All those services and channels are coming with new content. We're working really hard on providing you guys with some additional content on those channels. So again, always remember to click and subscribe, and if you like it, give us a like. Before I go, I want to leave you guys with our favorite friend. We started this video with this guy, so I wanted to leave you guys with this guy. Good night, everyone. We'll see you soon.
From the fans of Crowder Redonkulous, MAGA residents, and the Hodge twins. Yeah! Thank you, Shannon, Casey, Tammy, and Kathy. Keep winning, baby. Do it.